We hope you enjoyed this virtual tour of our Centenary Exhibition, which this year was on show at Guildford Cathedral. The exhibition covered the history of sensory services by Sight for Surrey and how we became the charity we are today. It included BSL interpreted video of the exhibition, and large print guides and Braille guides were also available. We invited you to try writing your name in Braille and take on the Feely Bag Challenge. So what's our story? Established in 1922, the Surrey Voluntary Association for the Blind, SVAB, as we were known then, was formed in 1922 following the Blind Persons Act of 1920 in response to the devastating effects of World War I. This act gave the power of promoting the welfare of blind people to local authorities. This new legislation was sparked after the 1920 Blind March, when 250 blind workers made their way on foot to London from Newport, Manchester and Leeds to lobby for rights for blind and partially sighted people across Britain. Greeted by 10,000 supporters in Trafalgar Square on 25th of April, the protest led to a meeting with Prime Minister David Lloyd George. The Act also lowered the pension age for blind people from 70 to 50 years old to help alleviate poverty amongst blind workers. The Blind Persons Act was the world's first disability-specific legislation, a precursor to today's Equality Act in 2010. The Surrey Voluntary Association for the Blind was founded in 1922 by Lord Ashcombe and Henry Cubitt, a distant relation to the Duchess of Cornwall. There were 496 blind persons registered. 7 years later, Shuttered Windows was published, a collection of stories, poems and artwork from supporters, service users and staff. In 1944, we see the first purchase of a residential house for blind and vision impaired people in Claremont Road in Surbiton. Further hostels were set up in East Molesey in 1950 and Surbiton in 1953. 1961 saw the beginning of Insight magazine, a quarterly issue costing around 75p in today's money. In 1962, we were registered as a charity under the National Assistance Act. It was run for many years by a handful of volunteers from one room in a house in Kingston. In 1975, the offices at Rentwood in Fetcham became the charity's permanent base. In 1988, the founder of Woking Talking newspaper donated his estate to us. A friend commented at the time that it was his greatest wish to help other visually impaired friends. In 1996, a low vision aid and resource centre was opened to give professional advice on equipment. 2002 marked our 80th year and the name changed to Surrey Association for Visual Impairment. A specialist team for deafblind people was created, including a communicator guide service. In 2013, our Children and Young People Services team was formed, known as SIPS. And in 2014, our name changed to Sight for Surrey to raise the charity's local profile. 2 years later, we took on deaf and hard of hearing services across Surrey. 2021 saw Rose Ayling-Ellis become the first deaf winner of BBC Strictly Come Dancing. And finally, in 2022, renowned actress Dame Judi Dench became our patron for the centenary year. So let's explore important changes in technology. For blind, vision impaired, deafblind and hard of hearing people, the introduction of a new piece of equipment could make one challenging task easier to accomplish. The Sight for Surrey Resource Centre stocks over 450 pieces of assistive equipment, from talking clocks and large letter Scrabble to flashing doorbell systems and baby monitors for the deaf and hard of hearing. A Braille writer is one of the earliest pieces of equipment used to write Braille. This raised dot system of communication was created by Louis Braille in 1824. This led to the original Perkins Brailler being produced in 1951. Today, the Braille Note Touch Plus converts the user's typed Braille, making IT work more accessible. In the early years, a gramophone played talking books with up to 8 records per novel. In the 1960s and 70s, cassette players started being used. Today, the Amazon Alexa has revolutionized listening for the blind and vision impaired. 1920s phones had little accessibility for people with sensory loss. Large button and loudspeaker phones can assist people with a hearing and sight impairment. Today, smartphone accessibility features like synaptic software enable the user to personalize their experience. Did you know a white cane indicates a person with sight loss, and a red and white cane is used by people who are deafblind? Have you also heard of American author Helen Keller? Born in 1880, she was a great activist and the first deafblind person to graduate with a college degree in 1904. It's estimated that by 2030 in Surrey, there will be 35,550 blind or vision impaired people and 415,335 deaf and hard of hearing people. The expert teams at Sensory Services by Sight for Surrey offer the following support: professional assessment, mobility training, rehabilitation training, habilitation training with children and young people, interpreting and communication services, communication skills training, equipment and technology support, welfare and benefit support, and of course, one-to-one support. Thank you for taking part in our Centenary Exhibition virtual tour. We do hope you enjoyed it.